Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben, and I am one of the most wanted people, or not wanted people, in all of America. Let me tell you, we have had an interesting day. Of course, first and foremost, I want to say big shout out to the BitSquad. You guys showed up in New York City. We have a ton of people down there at the event tonight for the book signing. Love you guys. Got to hang out afterwards with a lot of cool people. Corey Costa Crypto, hung out with Miss Teen Crypto. Plenty of other people that were there, having a good time. And Mr. Diplomat, my guy, we were chilling. My wife was there. Of course, Aaron, AJ, we were all there rocking it. And we had a lot of fun tonight. It was definitely awesome. But what I want to say is we ran into some problems today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some good stuff that occurred. And I'm going to tell you about some stuff that is super, super, super sketchy. So, of course, I'm here in New York City. And what do I want to do when I'm here in New York City? I want to make waves because there's a lot of people here, traditional finance, yada, yada, yada. So what I do is I decide, you know what? I'm going to go to Nova Wolf Digital. Why? Nova Wolf Digital company that put, $40-50 million somewhere around there into backing what's going on with the Celsius plan. Their bid was chosen. There is some suspicious things around why their bid was chosen. And, they're having a big town hall, a big open forum, or AMA, whatever it is they're doing, on Monday night. And I just happened to be here today. And so I said, I'm going to go pay him a visit. So I go there to digital, Nova Wolf Digital, and I put my face in the camera, ring the doorbell. Imagine this is what you see. Would you open? Would you open? Would you open? Lady comes down, she opens the door, and the lady's distraught. She's very upset. We're trying to figure out the best way to do this delicately and show some of the content from around there. But she's very upset. And she said that she just worked there and she just answered her phones and there was nobody from Nova Wolf Digital there. Nobody there. She lied. Two people came out from around the corner that work for Nova Wolf Digital. And I will say this, it was very intense. They threatened to call the police on me. And I told them to call the police. I said, that's fine. I said, I'm here on behalf of Celsius creditors and I want answers. And I was going to leave until I get them. If they wouldn't call the police, that's fine. Police can take me away, whatever. I'm here to get answers. And so it was very intense there for a few minutes. And I just said, look, can we just bring the tension down? There are people that have lost everything. And there are people that didn't lose everything, that took money off the exchange, that now with these retail clawbacks are going to potentially lose everything. People talking about suicide. People talking about they don't know what to do. They're scared. They're terrified. I'll tell you the thing you don't think about in all this, and all these companies need to think about this, is it's not just suicides you need to think about. There are people that do really crazy things when their backs are against the wall, and there could be very bad situations coming out of this if it's not handled correctly. And so I told them that's what I'm here on behalf of. And I want the answers. And so they called someone very high up. I'm not going to say who it is right now, but they called someone very high up at Nova Wolf Digital, and they asked me to come inside. And I came inside, and they closed the door. They said, you're not recording. I said, I'm absolutely not recording. AJ and Aaron, they stayed out with the cameras. And I said, you guys can hold my phone if you want. I'll even let you hold my phone if you want to see all my crypto. But they didn't. And I had a really good call. I had a really good talk with the guy from Nova Wolf. And he said that, the executive team wasn't there, but he was happy to talk to me. Well, I don't know if he was happy at first to talk to me, but it turned into a very productive conversation. And I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of the conversation right now. There will be a time where I will be going into that. But I know where the pressure must be applied at this point. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how the Nova Wolf bid was chosen. I don't know about Kirkland and Ellis, how much they lied about the other bids. But I'll tell you is, by the end of me walking away from Nova Wolf Digital, I don't necessarily think they may be the bad guys in all this. I think they may potentially be along for the ride with a lot of other stuff. And I told them this. I said, look, if you, not necessarily if you, I said, if these retail clawbacks go through, it doesn't matter what your responsibility is, Nova Wolf Digital will be eternally villains in crypto. If you're able to play a role in stopping these retail clawbacks, and they said they're listening, they will eternally be heroes in crypto. The choice is theirs. Now, they may not ultimately be the people that make the decisions. I know who those people are now, and we are going to be putting the pressure on those people starting next week because we got a little bit of time here. But the fact is that they say they're listening. They say they can't answer everything on Monday night in 1 hour and a half town hall or whatever, AMA, whatever it's going to be. But they say they're listening, they're paying attention, and they understand what's at stake. And I think that, one thing to think about in this deal is, this deal is not completely done yet. There could be some leverage that they have to make this happen. And I think everyone in the Celsius community would agree that if they can help put pressure on the UCC and on the law firm to prevent these retail clawbacks, they're going to actually be seen as heroes. And look, if they're able to do the right thing here, with their limited power, but their massive amount of influence and presence here, there could be hope for a new Celsius company. If they're able to reverse course and go against all of the wishes of the previous administration, if you will, of Celsius, they could come off as bad actors, and that could actually salvage this entire thing, and I think they understand what's at stake there. So then what do we do? Then I said, you know what? We had a good call, we had a good talk with them. I left there. I left there feeling good and like I had clarity. I said, let's go to White and Case LLP or Case and White LLP. I can't ever remember which way it goes. It's White and Case. It's White and Case because it's WC, not CW. Because CW was where the frog was. No, it was the WB. Never mind. CW is where Gossip Girl was. What's wrong with me? I go to White and Case. So it is in a building called the Avenues of America, I think, Avenues of America is a big, nice, expensive building, huge, gigantic lobby, security everywhere. Me and AJ, we walk in, and Aaron, and I said, there's an escalator. So we realize there's elevators, but there's an escalator. You can get on the escalator without having to show an ID card. So we go in and we ride up the escalator, and we get to the top of the escalator and realize this is like only one specific company up here. So we're gonna go back down the escalator. So we go back down the escalator. We're trying to find White and Case, and we go and we hide behind an escalator. Like, let's just hide here and figure out what we're gonna do. It was recalibrate. So in my peripheral, I'm on my phone. In my peripheral, I see a security guard walk around the corner. I'm like, great. And he says, excuse me, can I help you guys with something? Are you lost? I said, actually, thank you so. I'm such a good actor, guys. I said, actually, I am lost. Can you tell me where White and Case is? What floor it's on? We're looking for White and Case. He goes, sure. He says, you just go down here, take a left, and there's a reception desk right there out front. You guys just go ahead and walk around there. So we walk over there. There's a coffee shop. So we walk inside the coffee shop. And I said, okay, let's do this. Let's get inside the coffee shop. Let's recalibrate. Let's figure out what we want to do here. Security's already kind of watching us. Aaron and AJ get in line at the coffee shop. And I'm watching them. And I said, guys, I'm going to go make a quick phone call. Actually, what I did was I pretended like I was on the phone. I wasn't making a quick phone call. This is how bad it was. I had an AirPod in my ear. An AirPod. And I put my phone up. I had my phone on the ear with the AirPods. I was pretending I was on the phone, because I wanted to walk out to the front of the building, and I wanted to see if I could look up the suite number or the floor number of White and Case. This story gets real good, guys. So as I'm walking with my phone to my ear on top of my AirPod, security guard goes, sir, I need you to stop right there. I say, excuse me? You guys can see all this on Twitter. You can see all of these pictures on a tweet that I put out earlier tonight. And he goes, sir, you're not allowed in this building. And I said, excuse me? And he goes, is this you? And he holds up a piece of paper with my picture on it. And he goes, is this you? And I said, yeah, it's me. It is. You got me. Too bad I look just like my picture. And he goes, so you're not allowed in this building. We're going to have to ask you to leave. I said, well, listen, I have no problem leaving. I understand that. I took a picture of the picture that he had in his hand, And I said, I just need to look at my two friends who are in the coffee shop. Let me go get. So I walk in. I tell Aaron and AJ, they knew it was serious. So I walk in and they go, I said, guys, we have to leave now. And they were like, what happened, you know? So we go back out and there's like 6 security guards out there trying to escort us out. And I said, now hold on, guys. I said, hold on. Can I speak to someone? Who can I speak to from White and Case? I want to speak to someone. And they said, no, you know, we can't do that. I walk up to the reception desk because they're just kind of hovering around me, you know. Remind me of when I got kicked out of a club with a bunch of bouncers when I was like 19. I wasn't supposed to be there. And like all these bouncers just kind of walking around me, like hovering around, like trying to figure out what was going on. But I was still able to kind of move freely. And so, because they weren't taking me by force. And so I walked to the reception desk. The lady was very nice at the reception desk, by the way. She was killer. And I look at the reception desk. You can see the picture of me standing next to the White and Case security desk. And the reception was very nice. And I look to the left, and there on her desk, to the side, is a email memo printed out of my face explaining that they are not to let me into the building. They're to remove me immediately, and they're not to provide any information at all to me. And so the security said, sir, you got to go at this point. And I said, well, hold on, dude. I think she called her supervisor. She goes, yeah, I called the supervisor. It'll be down, right down. And I was like, okay, cool. The supervisor was a security supervisor. He was in charge of all the security there, and he comes down. And I can tell you, I've done pissing people off. I pissed way more people off at this third biggest law firm in America than I did with FTX. It was very apparent that they were very upset with me. They do not like me preaching the message of anti-retail clawbacks. You wanna know why? Because the law firm is the one that gets all the money. They're the stakeholders. The law firm makes all the money. There's $50 to $60 million on the line for this law firm. And they know that I'm getting in the way of it. But they also know they can't really do anything to me, because if they do anything to me, whether they do it inconspicuously or whether they do it outright or whether they try to attack me, when they do that, they give credibility to me, and they prove 100% that everything that I'm saying is true. And that's what protects me, because they know that. They know that if something happens to me, that it's very apparent who did it. The same thing that was going on with FTX. It's very apparent who did it, and it was very apparent that I was right 100% of the time. And the crypto community doesn't let stuff go like this. Crypto community is bulldogs. They bite down, they do not let go. And I'm the embodiment of that. And so the supervisor comes down and said, sir, I'm going to need to speak to someone. He goes, no, you can't speak to anyone. I said, well, I'm media. Who do I talk to for media purposes? You guys have a lot of big cases here, a lot of multi-million-dollar cases. I'm sure you get a lot of requests from the media. He goes, no, we don't ever get requests from the media. Then that tells you one of two things. Either they bought off all the media, or they're literally lying. It's one or the other. And all that he would do is give me the number to the corporate White and Case LLP number, the corporate number, and said, this is the best I can do. So we ended up leaving. I got a lot of really good pictures. I can't believe. So I did at first, I was saying they had wanted posters up. But what I realized is, no, they had not wanted posters up of me. Guys, if you're in the Celtics community, you need to understand we are making a difference. It's not just me. I'm out here fighting because, you know, people don't really like to get out from behind their keyboards and their screens. And I do. I really enjoy doing that. I enjoy telling people to call the police. I enjoy telling people that I'm not leaving. I enjoy telling people that I need to speak to your supervisor because I'm a male Karen. I enjoy that stuff. I really, really do. Because it's not just me that's out here fighting. The embodiment and the spirit of crypto and the embodiment and the spirit of the BitSquad is what gives me the confidence to go against one of the largest law firms in the world, to go against one of the biggest exchanges in the world, to go after some of the biggest frauds and scammers, to go after the bankers. That's what gives me the confidence to do it. You're the people that give me the confidence. And I've got killer people that work with me on the team, and they're fearless too. We're all fearless here on the BitSquad. And that's the thing that I love the most about this community. We're going to push this to the hilt. We're making a difference. They know that we're onto their game, and we are not going to let go. So, White and Case, you won't let me in the building? I'm not going to let you get $50 to $60 million. So we'll make an even trade-off on that. More to come. that's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.